about that yesterday. The body, now you're identifying with the accomplishments of your mind and your intelligence. And now you're feeling very proud because you're showing some superiority to those who maybe didn't graduate college, or didn't get their MA, or didn't get their PhD or PhDs. So that pride becomes the basis of your misery, because when that pride or that position that you have is not respected or is disrespected, you feel crushed. And you respond, you retaliate, you shoot back. You may do it in a low-class person may shoot back with his fist. Higher-class person shoots back with all kinds of fancy words. But it's the same thing. You can use big words and put a person down. Like, how many have read the books of Oscar Wilde? Anybody read some of those books? Anyway, he was a master of English language. And he could put down so many people in his very incredibly artistic language. He was known as a one of the great writers. I don't think so, but anyway, because he was good at putting people down. But people they call it wit. So anyway, the important point that I'm trying to make is that this does not get us anywhere except into the boat of misery, and we got to climb out of that boat into the boat of transcendence. So as soon as you realize what the cause of all your troubles, your miseries, your uncertainties, your doubts are, that they are none else than a desire to be Lord of all you survey, and want to be acknowledged, you want to be respected, you want to be honored. But what does Lord Chaitanya say about this in the 3rd verse of the Shikshastika prayers? One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respects to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. Why? Why can you... It's just a mammoth task for me to chant my 16 rounds. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that if you chant with pure humility, you can chant endlessly. Why is that? Because when you chant in that manner, you attract Krishna's love. And when Krishna's love is flowing, super soul, in your heart. Have you ever shaken a bottle of 7-Up? Anybody ever do that? You know how all the bubbles come? Okay. The heart starts to jubilate in the same way. And you are so ecstatic that you don't want to stop chanting the holy name of Krishna. It is so beautiful. It is so tasty. It is the prasadam of all prasadams. It is the essence of nectar. There is nothing better. And I think it is Rupa Goswami. He mentioned there's so much nectar in the 2 syllables, Krishna. When I chant the name Krishna, it dances on my tongue. And I want many, many, many mouths. And when it enters the holes of my ears, I want millions and millions of ears. And when it dances in the courtyard of my heart, it conquers the activities of my mind, and my senses become inert. Stunned by the... For example, if you see something that is so amazing, so impossibly conceivable, it's like, wow! You're stunned. You can't speak. So the holy name of Krishna, when it is tasted, when it is relished, when it is digested, when it is felt in the heart, and Krishna begins to manifest himself in form, in quality, or his pastimes begin to play in your mind as a result of his mercy, then that name becomes so excitingly delicious. So that is the value of chanting God's holy name. There are so many wonderful verses. It is mentioned in the Naradiya Purana. In this age, Harinama, Harinama, Harinama eva kevalam, Kalo nasteva, nasteva gatir, anyata. Lord Chaitanya would chant this again and again and again. In this age of Kali, this is age of darkness now, but it gets worse as time goes on.